Well, it's a feeling many know all too well, that pit in your stomach the night before work, dubbed the Sunday scaries.
And as thousands across the country prepare to head back to the office, that frightful feeling is becoming a little bit overwhelming. So how can you ease back in without the added anxiety? Here to help us is performance and leadership coach Riaza Menrix from Brisbane. Good morning to you, Riaza. Is it normal to feel this sense of dread today if you're going back to work tomorrow?
Yeah, look, it's absolutely normal. It's something that we see a lot because we've been on holidays for so long and we've, been living in a very unstructured, relaxed kind of environment. And we're anticipating now going back to the office and it's going to be very structured. We have that perceived pressure or maybe real pressure. And so it's that stress response that's kicking in a little bit early and giving us that Sunday ick.
Riaza, there's nothing worse than when you go back into the office for the first day after having a lovely break on that Monday morning and you've got that fear of dread, that look in your eyes. So what can we do? What are your tips to help us start the working week off on the right foot?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I would recommend is, we can really easily get overwhelmed when we get back into the office and there's 1,000 emails in our inbox or a to-do list that's a mile long. What's really important is to start off by differentiating or reflecting on what are your meaningful tasks and what are your menial tasks, and then how do you differentiate between the two of them. And then what you might want to do is potentially start with some of your menial tasks, give yourself a little dopamine hit to get things going, or dive straight into the harder tasks, which are your more meaningful tasks. The second thing we can do is also to schedule some focus time. So once you've understood what is menial versus what is meaningful, figure out for you, are you more of a morning person or are you more of an afternoon person? And then schedule your most productive work or your hardest work at the time when you work best.
We're morning people. Well, we have to
Well,
be.
yeah. choice.
The new year, some people might think, you know what, I'm going in a new direction. Maybe you're a stale TV presenter who wants a new challenge.
What are you saying?
Just hypothetically. How can you go about taking a new direction?
Yeah, absolutely. And so if you're finding that those Sunday icks are more than just a Sunday ick, maybe it's something that you're feeling on a more of an ongoing basis, then definitely time to start thinking about what are your career goals for 2026. So something you can do is start with a bit of a life audit and figure out what exactly are you looking for from a career. Do you need creativity? Do you want to work with other people? Do you want to do problem solving? Do you need flexibility? Understand what is really important for you. And then the second tip I'd say is really, really important is don't say no to yourself. So many people are not putting themselves forward for opportunities or for roles because they think, oh, maybe I'm underqualified, maybe they won't like me, maybe I don't have the skills. But we often underestimate our mindset and our transferable skills that we can bring to new roles. So don't say no to yourself. That's my biggest tip.
Riaza, that a lot of us, we're trying to save up a little bit more money next year, potentially saving for a goal, a holiday, whatever it might be. And I know a lot of people are looking into side hustles. So how can you potentially turn that passion into possibly a full-time employment?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I did. In fact, I was side hustling for a long time before I went full-time with my business, and it's something that over 1 million people in Australia actually are working 2 jobs at the moment. So if you are side hustling and you want to kind of make that into your full-time thing, what I'd recommend is that you really protect your energy, understand that your energy is your currency. Consider how you can cut those low-value habits, so the doom scrolling, the binging TV, all of those sorts of things that are going to cut into your productive time. Again, figure out what you can outsource and if there are things, those menial tasks that potentially you can palm off, or reduce your decision-making. So, order the food boxes that'll, take care of your meal planning, or maybe get a cleaner or something if you can afford it, because we really need to maximize our extra time in order to really go hard on that side hustle.
Really good advice, Riaza.
Eliminating doom scrolling. I reckon if I do that, I will solve the world. Thank you, Riaza.
We need that
Very
at the moment.
fascinating. Great advice.